That's my official. That's
Thank
my
you. I'm
letting
good.
y'all know that I'm about to
Actually.
record.
Thank you, Samuel, for letting me know about Dungeons and Daddies. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, all right.
No, it was just one of those things like, okay, we got to start at some point.
Mm.
All right, so
Mm.
Peter, you, what was it you said again? I forget.
I'm here for your ducks.
Yeah, that was it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You push the door.
And
open.
I have like my hand on the my far hand on the katana, like.
And me and Frank are sort of like Charlie's Angels on either side of him. Like, yes, we're here too.
Yeah, Frank is just like, well, I mean, they see my face at this point, so.
Okay.
And yeah,
I'm only wearing a domino mask here, dude. It's not like I'm hiding my whole face.
Yeah, Peter is still very perplexed why no one else wore a proper mask.
Yeah.
And yeah, you look in, and yeah, once again, it looks churchy, but it looks very different, completely different pews, different walls and segments of floor and stuff. It's all still like, picked part and parcel from what looks like other churches and such, but it's almost as if like they've just been gradually replaced with elements of other churches. There's a completely different stained glass window. Originally it was put up against the back. This one, it's actually up against the side. But it's all like Christian theme. You're not seeing like elements of like a synagogue or a mosque. The only constant is the pulpit that you got around on the other side. But you do see the two people. One is a young black man. Did either of you meet Jamil, or was that just a Jeb thing early on?
It's just a Jeb thing.
Well, Jeb would recognize him as Jamil. You guys don't know who the fuck he is. Just some young black man. He also would have recognized one of the girl that he was with, a fairly heavy-set girl. Actually, you know what? Oh, a moment.
She was the other hand bleeder one.
Yeah, she was one of the girls that accosted Peter initially. So, Peter, you recognize her. She doesn't recognize you, though, obviously, because you got your mask on.
And I have that amazing
and you
voice.
come for them ducks.
You do see, that the pulpit does have various Donald Duck paraphernalia around it. They look completely shocked, and their hands are completely free. Their hands are damp with blood, but, completely free. And there's like...
Oh, no, go on.
Oh yeah, I was about to say the black gentleman, he looks at you for a second like scared, then actually kind of like looking at you. He's like, you're that guy Matthew was talking about.
Upon hearing that, I draw the katana and I literally just pointed at him and I'm like, move aside.
Roll manipulation and intimidation +1.
Boy, these are things I'm not good at.
Peter is leaning into his weaknesses.
Why did I think this would ever work? Oh, God, I actually got a success.
All right.
Man, Peter's fucking killing it.
The young woman, she dives and basically hides behind a pew. The guy, he's just like, look, mister, we don't know what you want. What do you want from us? Do you not see that we're trying to do the Lord's work here? Yeah, and he's saying that as he's like, stepping aside, but he's clearly like trying to get some kind of information from you.
I'm staying silent. As long as I got people backing me up in the back, I'm staying silent as I approach while pointing the katana at him.
And yeah, Frank, he's walking behind you, and he's got his piece at his side, and he looks at the young woman who's hiding behind the pew. He's just, ma'am, it's just still very, very polite.
And have I made it to the altar yet?
Yeah, I'm assuming around the back.
Yep, I'm taking, if it's Donald Duck themed, I'm taking it.
Okay, yeah, and you look, and it's still got that weird glowy electronic-y outlet hole kind of thing.
We can stick a camera surreptitiously in there. I'm sure they're going to end up looking, right? But if there's a way.
At this point, we're not being subtle.
We're not.
Them.
But, like,
Abduct them.
Just to get, we're gonna No, God, please no.
I'm taking, if it's Donald Duck themed, I'm taking it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. The moment you start touching him, the guy, his eyes, just he's like, "What are you doing? Put those back."
Yep. Still pointing the katana. Just take it.
His hands up. He's like, "You have no idea what's going to happen if you don't leave those alone."
Well, why do you think you're doing the Lord's work, mate? Why is that? What? I'm trying an accent here. It's not really working.
You sound like a grandmother.
What the
An
hell?
old country grandmother.
Well, I was trying to go more for Cockney, but it ain't working. Is this the Lord's work that you doing with Donald Duck toys, boy? I ain't never seen no church that uses Donald Duck. What the fuck?
He goes, God works in mysterious ways. We don't understand it either, but if those are moved, the miracles don't happen, and Pastor Freddy gets very upset.
I mean, I've taken all of them. They're in my backpack. I'm good.
You see genuine worry and fear starts creeping on his face. He's like, please don't do this. You don't know what's going to happen.
Why don't you tell us what's going to happen, boy?
He says, we don't know. We've seen what he looks like when he's mad, and all of us are afraid that something's going to happen to us.
Well, what's he look like then?
Not human, huge.
And you think you're doing the Lord's work with
several
somebody
arms?
who don't look? What?
He's like multiple eyes.
That don't sound like no Christian shit I ever seen.
He's like, have you ever read the Old Testament? He's a messenger from God.
Oh God.
That guy, yeah.
So upon hearing all of that and getting all the Donald Duck stuff in his pack, Peter jumps down.
There's squeaking and stuff because
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's not there's definitely that noise. But Peter jumps down, looks at the dead mouse, just says, "Run."
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, you ain't even going to need to roll for that one. Yeah, he turns around and you can see tears starting to well in his eyes, and he just bolts, and the young lady is not much further behind him.
Well, at least
and
you're not the
Peter,
only one.
and Peter looks at both of y'all and both of y'all we need to go now.
Obviously, okay.
At which point, Frank goes, "Do we want to try and put a camera in here? That seems kind of risky." Well, he's that right there seems really risky.
I mean, Frank, in all honesty, I'll leave that to you. Frank, you've been the real wild card of this group. I want to see what your decision is.
What's your instinct here?
He's like, honestly, I don't know. But if you were to ask me, just from military experience, if a place gets hit and there's witnesses, that place is going to be turned upside down. He's like, the other room, maybe not. They might not necessarily think to look there, but if we leave something in here, they're gonna peel this place apart trying to look for it.
Then we're gone,
All right.
man.
All right. Fair enough.
And as I say we're gone, I unplug the plug that we saw.
Yeah, the moment you do that, you feel like the ground beneath you starting to move in different directions all at once.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Both of you
Zoinks.
need to roll dexterity and athletics.
I may have
roll,
fucked
no plus
us.
or minus.
I have a merit called Fleet of Foot. I'm not going to try to leave you behind or anything, but...
You could at least make it to the other side. Oh, also, Frank's rolling for this too, just so y'all know.
I have one success.
I'm not sure if I would actually add anything to my pool for Fleet of Foot, but... Well, damn, how do I not have any... Jesus, I'm supposed to be good at running. I don't have any successes.
Okay, so Frank and Peter, you got they both make it to the other end. Beryl, you just your feet never quite seem to find any kind of purchase, and yeah, it's all slipping beneath you. You're losing ground fast, and like there's just nothing underneath you at all, and you were falling. And Peter, make a roll, or else Beryl is going to
go into the shadow realm here.
Yeah, no. What
this is going to be dexterity and athletics. You can risk willpower for this. No, not risk, but burn willpower.
Yeah, I'm doing it. God damn it! One of us needs to risk willpower after this, because I'm running low, guys.
Well, if I come out of this alive, then yeah, I will. But I'll take that on. But
it's getting rough on old Peter. All right, so that's plus another 3. I am looking at 1 success.
Okay, real talk. If you'd have fucked that, Beryl would have died. So.
Yeah, I got an 8. That helps.
Hey, man.
Oh my god.
That still counts.
Well, I think death. Have you ever read The Jaunt by Stephen King? Yeah, you basically have been caught in the space between reality and time, and in a state of neither living nor dead for eternity. So that would have happened.
Sounds pretty shitty. Yeah. No, thank you.
It's actually a really good short story. But anyway, yeah, Peter's hand, like, it reaches out, but like, I mean, like it like she's like she's not like in shadow or anything, but like everything around her is just solid black. Like there's no noise or anything, and it's neither hot nor cold. It's just, it feels empty around you. But he does pull you back into it. Make an integrity check.
Okay, all right.
-3 total. So yeah, whatever, like your whatever plus whatever, just -3 period, because this is you just had a touch with nothing.
One actual dice here.
Are you down to just one single die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's not a success.
Oh, well, would you like to be spooked or?
I mean, I think that's probably. I already had shaken.
Yeah, you're going to take both of those, and also you lose a point of integrity.
Okay, fair enough. Makes sense considering.
I mean, you stared into the abyss and touched the abyss, and you did not like.
Out of curiosity, Jim, how does Peter rescue? Do I literally turn back and reach out and grab her?
It's pretty much like, you turn around just in time to see her starting to fall, and your hand just instinctively reaches out, and I mean you're a pretty burly guy, like we've established that you're a strong boy, and you just. I mean, you're holding her entire weight, but you just yank her up. And you guys are sitting there staring at, this. It almost looks like a portrait of just solid black paint in front of that door.
Beryl, I think we need to go.
Yeah.
And Frank, he just slams the door. He's like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. And you get the fuck out of there.
Run away, please.
So you all meet back at Grandmaster Roscoe's house. He comes outside and sees everybody pulling up, and he's like, "Hey, you don't gotta tell me." And he digs in his fanny pack and pulls out his phone and goes in the room.
Oh God. Is it just called The Room?
What?
Is he like a Tommy Wiseau type alien who's trying to understand how people work, but not really?
He's got his own black lodge.
Oh no, you're all here. I'll be in the room. Goodbye.
Hello, doggy.
It's my me time, personal.
I have people to talk to on the phone.
So, and with Frank, he goes, "Okay, do you guys have something on your phones or something like that to see anything for all those cameras we set up?" I mean, I hooked up that trail cam that Jeb set up. He said he could pull it up on the computer or something.
Yeah, I got a tablet here.
The app. Just because I did add to computer, so I'm gonna say like I probably talked to Destiny and like, so if you wanted to like, use spy cams or something, could you? What would one do if one were an old person who was not great at this stuff? So yeah. I'll say I have it on my shitty iPhone 4.
Yeah, at which point Frankie's like, I mean, can we go ahead and tap into it? Like, can we get like basically a live feed? Is that how those Nanny Cams work?
Boop.
And while y'all looking at that, I'm just spreading all this Donald Duck stuff around his living room.
How many things did you get?
You got about 9 little knickknacks here and there, like, a couple of toys, like there's a few like little kid shirts.
What are those little juice glasses that used to have jelly inside of it?
Yeah,
there's something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Did I grab you? Originally, when we went in there, you saw on the podium there was like an original celluloid of his leg or something. Did I grab that?
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah,
so that's the one that's gonna be worth something.
So yeah, you guys turn it on, and Grandmaster Roscoe doesn't live terribly far from Boxcar Ridge. So you turn on there, like it looks like everybody has just gotten back. It's Pastor Freddie. It's about 3 others, mostly young people. You don't see the black fella and the heavyset girl. You don't see them amongst them, but Pastor Frey looks just completely calm as he's looking around, and he opens up the door, and it basically leads to the front of the trailer. Like it opens up the door, and you can barely see like a tiny little path that leads to the driver's side and the passenger's side, and he just kind of closes it. And he looks to his followers and he says, "Where's Jamil and Alice?" And one says, "We haven't heard from them. And he says, "And the relics?" And another one says, "We think they took them." And he's like, "That's unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate." And you start to see like a little bit of static build around, like at the edges of the Nanny Cams, and yeah, they pretty much just like you hear a bunch of things. You hear like a low humming, very electronic sounding, and you hear a bunch of screaming. And from Jeb's trail cam, you see 3 of the 5 running out. And and then suddenly like the actual Nanny Cam footage like goes back. It's just perfectly clear, and you see Pastor Freddie standing next to 2 bodies, and you just see him sigh, and he steps outside, and you see from the position of the trail cam, you can see him talking and making motions for the others to come. You can't really hear any dialogue from the Nanny Cams though. Like you can hear him talking to them, and he doesn't sound like angry or worried. It's still his really calm demeanor. And I mean, those bodies, they're in pieces. They are like they are not whole anymore. But from from the trail cam footage, he's talking, he's making big sweeping warm motions, and eventually you see the people start to calm down, and a couple of others start to come towards them, and they go in and start cleaning up the mess silently.
He's gonna blame this on us, right? That we murdered these people. Cool.
I mean, but here's what's scary. You were wearing half a mask, if we're going by kind of how we
for sure
playing it. We had another character that wasn't wearing any mask.
Nope.
And Frank goes, I mean, not gonna lie, that kind of worries me a little bit right now. But I mean, the 2 young kids, they seem to cut tail and run, so that's good.
And they seemed legitimately freaked out. So I think maybe they're in the wind. Sounds like they were really, really scared, and obviously with reason, seeing what happened. And I mean, we were all sort of creeped out by this, but is anybody else sort of like feeling like validated in a way that like we know that yeah, this guy really is some kind of fucking monster? So,
oh yeah.
Oh, he is a monster.
Yeah. So it's just like, I was afraid it was just maybe me, like, I don't like religion and stuff so much, and like I was just sort of, yucked out by it. So I was like, maybe this is just my prejudgment, but no, this guy's fucking terrible, and he's just ripped apart a couple people.
I'm not really religious at all, and I went into this going, he's a monster from the get-go. So.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to. I don't know. Just I like not that I like seeing it, but I'm glad our instincts were right on this. If that makes sense.
Here's what I'm more scared about. Are we any closer to figuring out what he is?
What'd that one kid say? He was a messenger of God?
Yeah.
You guys are fighting angels or something?
And stuff. Maybe, I mean...
He's like, I remember reading, like, in the Bible, like, I think, like, cherubs. They're, like, they're, like, like 100 wings or some weird stuff.
Now that we have a little more information, maybe we can try to research a little bit or see if... now that we can describe it more, maybe we can try to talk to... I don't want to, like, wear out the werewolves, right? But, like, just be like, hey, have y'all ever heard of something like this?
We have worn out the werewolves.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to, like... I mean, and obviously they're holding that poor kid, and, but... Maybe they have some leads, or maybe now that we have a little more info, you can try to do a little more research, or...
I think we need to start bathing in ghost blood.
Grandmaster Roscoe knows.
No, I'm actually going to pitch this real quick. Okay. We can do some research, but hey, Jeb, you've had some ends. You've had some ends going in, and we've certainly put whatever they're doing in a bad way tonight. How deep are you willing to go to figure out what may be going on?
How deep will Jeb be willing to go? We'll find out next time. That's a good way to cut it out.